everyone was so shocked by it that it kind of caused a conversation. I think the coolest part for me was I had people reaching out who I had no idea were suffering from hair loss, saying like, I would have never been, brave enough to be open about this. Caught traction and it spread so much farther than I expected it to. And I feel like that's how, I ended up raising so much money, just being honest and open with what I was going through. It made me just so proud and like honored that people cared enough to donate money and just pay attention to the cause.
Well, welcome. I'm excited to introduce a new friend to Wigs for Kids, a friend that has gone beyond the call of the, let's say, helping hand that we have in people who donate hair, donate money. But she's absolutely done something that has helped us fundraise even beyond her own personal goal. Let me introduce you to Miranda. Miranda, welcome to our Wigs for Kids show. We just are so happy that you're with us.
Thank you. So my name is Miranda Singer. I'm 22 and I just graduated from the University of Minnesota and I have androgenetic alopecia. So having androgenetic alopecia, I don't have any illness or sickness. I noticed my hair was really thinning and starting to get some bald spots in about October of last year. So I went to a few doctors, they tried the hormone shots, they tried a bunch of different stuff, nothing worked. So I got the diagnosis based off of the patterns and the spots that I had. So I'm not sick. It just means that through my hormones and my genetics, that my hair was not able to grow like a normal person's would.
Well, let's roll into this fundraiser. Fundraising for a charity has been very, very difficult over the last 2 or 3 years because of the pandemic and all the other issues that have transpired, and we don't want to go into that list. But in turn, to fundraise, it really takes now a focus on an organization or a cause. It takes the ability to really call out your peers, your friends, your relationships. How does a college student with homework and social life and dealing with the hair kind of take us through the story of what happened when you started to look at those spots and they were starting to bother you or starting to make you feel like you needed to do something, your next action steps, and then your proactive steps into a fundraiser that is now going to help a multiple amount of kids? Share with us that story.
When I first found out that I had alopecia, I was, like most people, very devastated. I'm 22. I wasn't expecting to lose my hair. I'm a natural redhead, so hair has always been like a big identifier for me. I told myself that the day that I felt like I had to wear the wig because I was not okay showing bald spots to the public, that was the day that I was going to shave my head. Because for me, I would rather just cut my losses and not have to continue to see hair fall out. I also felt like for me, I really wanted to believe that bald was beautiful and bald was okay, but it's hard to do that when you're not living that. So I kind of wanted to just for myself push myself to do it and like live that life. So I decided I was going to do that. And that was something I would have never done if I didn't have the diagnosis. I would never shave my head. So I think that was one of the big things that helped with the fundraising is that I was very open and honest about everything that was going on. And having the big event be me shaving my head, being something that's so, not like normal for me, I think that got a lot of people's attention. So it all started with an Instagram post and a Facebook post. And I just said that, I'm shaving my head a month from today and I'm hoping to raise money through it. So if you click the link, like it'll take you to my personal fundraising page and, feel free to give whatever you can. And I really did not expect much. I expected, my family, my close friends, the people who I had already been open about everything with. But I remember going to bed and then waking up the next morning to like 25 emails from Wigs for Kids being like, you received a donation, you received a donation. So I was scrolling through those and it started popping up with names that I didn't know. Everyone was so shocked by it that it kind of caused a conversation. And then, I had people, I think the coolest part for me was I had people reaching out who I had no idea were suffering from hair loss, saying like, I would have never been, brave enough to be open about this. And like, I sent it to, my community of people who I talk about my hair loss with. So I think it caught traction and it spread so much farther than I expected it to. And I feel like that's how, I ended up raising so much money, just being honest and open with what I was going through. It makes people want to support you and want to help reach your goals, which was it made me just so proud and like honored that people cared enough to, donate money and just pay attention to the cause.